Hi, I'm Kelsey with VanCity Training Camp, and we just released our 2-mile running program on the website. The workout is also linked in the description box below. I am going to be your trainer today and take you through the workout, explain why the exercises are there, how to perform them, and any adaptations you could make to make it easier for you, or if you're working out at home or outside, or any little adjustments like that. I have my lovely friend Jenn, who is coming in as my client today, and I'm going to torture her for you guys to see how to do the workout. And how much have you trained with me in the past?
I have trained with you 10 years?
Oh my God, yeah, I feel like it has, on and off.
On and off.
I'm
not very dedicated.
No, but you do great. You do great.
Grunts.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
grunts.
I do. So Jenn will be perfect to demonstrate how I do the exercises, because she's done them with me lots and lots in the past, as well as give her honest feedback of how they feel. And we all look forward to that. All right, we were in the gym. It is springtime, summer's around the corner. We're ready to get fit, get ready. So let's start with some foam rolling. Are you ready?
No!
Are you ready? Let's go. Let's foam roll. So foam rolling, very important for runners, any athlete, really anyone that's working out. However, we all neglect to do it, and then we all complain about shin splints, knee pain, muscle pain, etc. So I'm gonna tell you right now to just get down there with your foam roller, suffer through it, do it every day. So we're gonna start. So you're gonna bring the foam roller to the top of your thigh. Beautiful. Good. And then bring your top leg down for support. And we're gonna roll on the fleshy part of the muscle from the top of the thigh to the top of the kneecap. And we're just gonna rush, right through that muscle, up and down 10 times. How does that feel? When was the last time you foam rolled?
A year ago?
Yeah, I bet it's all locked up in there.
Yeah.
Okay, so after 10 up and down, we're gonna find a pressure point. And you're gonna know when you hit the pressure point, because it's gonna feel really painful. It's gonna feel painful.
Okay.
You found it? Okay, so you're gonna take your heel and you're gonna kick your butt. Good, and then you're gonna straighten. And then you're gonna kick your butt again. And we're gonna do 10. And you wanna just get through that pressure point. Beautiful. And then when you're done your 10, you're gonna find another one. And we're gonna go through 2 pressure points on that leg and 10 kicks. Getting it done. Getting it done. Good. Okay, and you can let that go. So we would do same both sides. Calves are a really important one for running, but again, any activity. If you're getting shin splints, a lot of it has to do with tightness in the calves. So if you're in the routine of getting down with your foam roller, flip it over, get onto the calf and flush it out. So we're gonna roll from the Achilles tendon up through that muscle, back and forth. Good, keep going a little further towards me. You might have to scoot your butt this way. Beautiful, good. And then shift your weight, because you're gonna be able to get onto that interior part nice and tender when you're a runner. Lovely, hello. And we just wanna roll through that, shifting side to side, and that will help a lot with any accumulation, any pain. All right. This is one of my favorite warm-ups that I do before any training session. I teach it with my clients a lot, and I always do it before a run. It's a good fast warm-up to get the body moving, a little bit of extra mobility, and then fire up those muscles before we work out. So we're gonna start with a Cossack squat. You're gonna bring the feet nice and wide. Good, and then you're gonna keep both heels planted, and you're gonna shift your weight to one side, stretching through the hip and the hamstring of the opposite leg. If you can, you're gonna bring that toe up and really sink into this right leg, and then we're gonna alternate, we're gonna switch. We're doing 10 total, 5 each side. Shifting your weight, nice stretch. I'll let Jenn take over. Good. 4, good, 5. And I've done these a lot with Jen, so her flexibility and her mobility looks really good. What you can do is put your hands on the floor. You can have your hands on the couch, a bench, something that gives you a little bit of extra support if you need going side to side. You can also take your time if you find a sticky point, good, let it go, and really deepen the stretch. Take your time, breathe, open up. This is our warm-up, so we're kind of setting our intention for the workout. The next one we're gonna do is a toe touch to squat. So we're firing up the hamstrings. We're gonna stretch through the hamstrings, reach for our toes. Keeping tension on the toes, you're gonna sink the hips down. Ooh. Open your chest, and you're gonna feel a good stretch in the hips. Both of my heels are on the ground too. Then I'm gonna fire my hips back up to the ceiling and walk out. Hips down, chest open. Nice stretch through the front body. Then on our own time, we're gonna push back and repeat that 4 more times for a total of 5. So touch the toes, stretch the hamstrings, sink the hips down, open the chest, hips back up, and then we're gonna walk it out. Beautiful. Hips down, chest open. Nice. Good. Good. Two left. Nice. And last one. Beautiful. Nice. All right, and let that go. You feeling warm already? Yes. Yes, see, we're not even done yet. Okay, so the next one we're gonna do is a long lunge. So you're gonna step into a long lunge, stretch through the back hip. My knee is over my ankle. However, you can deepen the stretch by shifting your knee towards the toe. I'm gonna plant my left hand and I'm gonna rotate towards the knee that's forward, then come back to center and then rotate back. This is a nice full body active stretch, getting a nice twist through the spine. We don't often twist through the spine during the day, so it's a great way to warm up the body and move in a different way than we do in our regular daily patterns. This is 10 per side. If you find that the back knee up is too much, put the back knee down. I read your mind. And then shift your weight forward. Good. And then twist from there. Good. And then as she twists, she's getting a nice extension through this hip also, so it's gonna deepen the stretch. And if you find that you have a tight chest or you're tight through the spine, you're gonna find that your twist is restricted. So I would be patient, take your time, go slow, really emphasize that end bit, and warm up easily. But these look beautiful, Jen. Good. So done there. We're gonna come back around to the Cossack squat. So this is the last exercise. And what we're doing now is we're finishing the warm-up, we're heading into our workout, so you're starting to really focus and set that intention. So we're gonna find this to be a bit more active. You've just created some room in the hips, you've opened up the hamstrings, and you're gonna go back and forth 10 reps. Last time, and then we'll get into the workout. 2, good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful, good. Rest, grab some water. Okay, first exercise is the band above the knees squat walk. So right now we're moving into our muscle activation phase. One of the hardest muscles to activate are the glutes. One of the laziest muscles are the glutes. And maybe it's because we sit all day, maybe it's because we spend a lot of time running and focusing on our quads, but that's why it's our top priority. We're starting bang right with the glutes. I've got tons of bands. These mini bands, these rubber bands are excellent. They're great for squat walks. This might be all that you have on hand. They're super cheap. Today we're gonna use the fabric booty bands that you see everywhere, and yes, they are nice. They're not necessary. Even if you don't have a band, you can do this without. You can use a straight band and tie it around your knees. There's lots of options. So I'm gonna get you to pop this on above your knees. And we're looking for 10 to 20 reps per side. So what you wanna feel is the glutes activating and firing up as you go. You don't wanna feel down the side of the leg. This is your TFL. If the TFL gets tight, especially for runners, it can cause a lot of problems. So we wanna avoid that. You wanna make sure that you're feeling the glutes. So Jen's gonna come to the edge of her mat. Good. And you're gonna sit into a squat, and then keeping tension on the band and focus on those glutes, you're gonna take a sideways step to the edge of the mat. Beautiful, and then you're gonna come back. Nice, and heading back. Good, do you feel the glutes so far? Yeah? Okay, great, keep going. On the program, it's 10 to 20 reps per side. But as I said, we're gonna go just until you kind of feel the glutes fired up. If you have the space, I would go all 10 and then all 10, or all 20 and all 20. But for the sake, we'll keep it here. Good, do one more heading back and then we'll move on. Excellent, glutes fired up? Yes, okay, you can get rid of the band. So this is the Poliquin step up. This one is again another activation. We're looking for stimulating the VMO. So the VMO is a great support to the kneecap. It's also a very underutilized muscle. We're gonna definitely get this fired up. This is great for any athlete. You're gonna come up onto the lift. My heel is elevated, my toe is turned out slightly. I'm gonna pull this toe up and tap my heel to the ground, nice and soft, and straighten this leg. So as you go, you should really feel that VMO firing up. This is a very short lever, very short range of motion. So the rep count is 20 to 30. So we're really putting a lot of tension on that muscle. 20 to 30 each side. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just do 2 more. 9, 10. Good, pause. So one way that you can make this exercise easier is by decreasing the angle of elevation with the heel. So Jen, if you put your heel just on that bottom lift, perfect. Okay, and just do 2 more.
It's a lot harder than it looks.
The exercise is, but
Yeah.
that simplified it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Am I telling the truth? Great, okay, rest. So you can decrease the angle, decrease the range of motion. If I wanna make it harder, I'm gonna give Jen some weight. So you're gonna go back to the original setup with the heel elevated. If I wanna make the exercise harder, I'm gonna add weight. So Jen will go to that original starting position, so she's on the higher end of the lift, and then 1 dumbbell in each hand. You wanna keep the dumbbells relaxed at your sides, shoulders back, nice tight core. She's gonna just do 4 for the demo here. Tapping the heel, 1, good, 2, 3, 4, beautiful, done. Excellent, okay. And the third level, which we demonstrated earlier, you guys can find it on YouTube, is a barbell on the back, because I know some people are doing this at home. You can use, if you just have a step, you can just pop a couple of risers under your stepper and set up the lift from there. And the lower you go, the easier it is. The higher you go, the harder it is. It's just an option for you guys. The last exercise in this circuit, we're gonna be stimulating the lats. So we're focusing on bringing the shoulder blades down and squeezing them together. So this is a great stabilizer for the back. You're gonna bring the band in the hand palms up, arms straight out, and then I'm gonna think about squeezing and pushing my shoulder blades down behind me and back. Squeeze and back. Squeeze and back, okay? So we'll go for 15. Good, keeping the shoulders nice and relaxed. Squeezing.
Does it matter where you hold on the band?
If you go closer in, you're gonna get more tension. If you go further out, it'll be lighter. Good.
Good to know.
Good. Nice. 7. Beautiful. And you're thinking about your shoulder blades opening and then closing, okay? So they open and then close, open and close. Beautiful. Okay, let that go. Awesome. So you'll rest 30 seconds after each exercise and perform this circuit 3 times through. I believe I might have said 2 to 3 times because this is muscle activation, but I would recommend doing 3 times total before you start. If you don't have a band at home, one thing that you can do is a prone scap retraction. So I'll get Jen to pop down on the mat, flat on your stomach. Perfect. Okay, and then bring your arms straight out like a T. It's to your side. Beautiful. Okay, and then clench your fists and thumbs pointing up to the ceiling. Good. And just relax your neck down. This is great. Relax.
Show you guys what.
Well, I didn't demo it first, so I was willing to go down this journey. Okay, so relax your neck to the mat. And then what you're gonna do is lift the hands up, squeeze the shoulder blades, and then come back. And try not to touch the floor so you can keep the tension in through the shoulder blades. Nice. Or just go 2 more. Beautiful. So this is an exercise that you can do anywhere. Again, we're gonna try and make this program available. If you don't have any equipment, you can still do it. Another option for this Poliquin Poliquin step up, you can, if you have a couple of books and you have a stair, you can elevate your heel with a few books, and then the bottom of a stair and just tap. So just try to, there's ways you can make it work with little equipment. All right, we have warmed up. We have activated our muscles, especially the glutes, the VMO, the scapula is retracted, the lats are on fire, we're starting the workout. Our first exercise is the single leg RDL, the single leg Romanian deadlift. So this one's gonna start at the beginning of the workout because it requires the most focus and attention, and we're firing up the hamstrings. Hamstrings are another really underutilized muscle, and they're really great balance for running because a lot of running is quad dominant, and a lot of hamstring work can help increase your strength and your speed with running. We're gonna start on your non-dominant leg. So you are right-handed. So we're gonna start on your left foot. You're gonna first shift your weight into that left foot and keep both hip bones square. And you're gonna shift and push your hip back behind you, stretching the leg out. Good. And then come up to neutral. Beautiful. And then you can reach the hands out in front for some balance. Beautiful. Good. And we're going 6 to 8 each leg. Good. And at the end of these reps, you get a 1-minute break. So you want to make sure that the effort that you're putting in earns that 1-minute break. So that's a good test for you if you're like, oh, I don't need that 1 minute. You can find a way to add a bit of challenge. Maybe you're not hitting the tempo right on. Maybe you can add a bit of resistance. Good, and just go 1 more. Whee! Good, that's okay. Yeah, one more. You got it. I know you got it. You got it. Beautiful. Good. So she had a nice flat back there. That's another thing that you want to look for. You don't want to be feeling this in your lower lumbar. You want to be feeling it in the glutes and the hamstrings. If you find balance is an issue, if you find your back is taking over, then I would hold on to something, find a wall, find a ledge that you can put your hand onto, something in front, and guide yourself into that position with good form. If you find no problem, you're hitting the tempo, you're getting all the reps, then you're gonna add weight. And you're gonna go hands at your sides, keep the hands neutral, push the hip back behind you, 3 seconds on the way down, and back up. 6 to 8 each side. We've added another demo on YouTube of doing this with a kettlebell, and it's going to be in the opposing hand of the leg that you're working, which is a great challenge. So you can check that out if you want to add a little bit extra to this, okay? So this is a 1-minute rest, and then we're gonna move on to a standing shoulder press. So for the standing shoulder press, I'm gonna bring the dumbbells up to my shoulder, palms neutral. And neutral means that the palms are facing in towards your ears. I have 1 foot forward. So Pushing the 1 foot forward helps keep my spine stacked. Here, you might find that you're gonna start to arch, but when you have that support of the back leg, it gets rid of any of that compression on the back. So I'm gonna press up, and then 3 seconds on the way down, nice and controlled, pointing my elbows out in front of me, and press back up, okay? There you are, my dear. Good. Press, good, and 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, press. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, press. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, press. Good, just go 2 more. Good, 2 more. Nice. All right, so this is another one. When you're with any exercise, you want to be looking for muscle failure. This is a great test. So we can see there that Jen was able to complete all of the reps with perfect tempo and perfect form. I would definitely recommend going up in weight, and I know Jen and I know how strong she is, so I know what she can do. That is a challenge that you need to ask yourself is this resistance heavy enough? I find a lot of people tend to be more conservative with weight, worried about maybe looking too big or fair enough injury for sure. But if you've done 1 set and you're like, okay, I've completed all the reps, then I would look for a heavier resistance. If you don't have any dumbbells or you don't have access to a gym, we have a couple of alternatives to make this possible to do at home. We just completed the shoulder press, so we want to find a movement that's similar that has the same effect. One of the options is push-ups. So push-ups you can do just on a mat. We're looking for the same tempo, 3 seconds on the way down, press, 3 seconds on the way down, and press. You can absolutely go from your knees, 3 seconds on the way down, and press. You can elevate the hands on a bench or a couch or a countertop and really focus on that slow tempo on the way down. Another option is the bear crawl shoulder tap. So you're gonna come to all fours, my knees are under my hips, my wrists are under my shoulders. I'm gonna tighten my core and lift the knees off the ground, and then I'm gonna find stability, keep everything nice and square, and tap opposite shoulder. So this one is a nice shoulder burner, but also a great core exercise. Okay, so those are a couple of options to replace it. One of the most important exercises, we're doing the front foot elevated split squat. So this is a combination of strength and mobility. So we're bringing the foot up, elevated. It's about 5 inches high on this lift. And then I'm focusing on hinging forward and stretching my hip flexor. So I'm gonna come down to 3 seconds, nice and slow, pushing my knee forward, and then back up. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, back up. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, and back up, okay? I'll get Jen to start, yeah. Front knee on. Okay, good. Good, so 3 seconds on the way down. Good, I would step forward a little bit. So one of the main goals is trying to get the knee past the toe. Beautiful, good. 3, good, and pause there. So if you find that balance is an issue or you're struggling to get that hinge all the way down, you can hold something in your hand, so in your right hand, yeah, and then keep the shoulders back and then use that as balance as you come down, and just do 2 for me. Good, and last one. Beautiful, good. And then another option, if you find, again, mobility just isn't there, this exercise is too complicated, we're gonna come all the way down to the ground. So you can pop that knee on the ground. Good, carefully, good. Bring that knee forward a little bit. Good, and similar to how we warmed up with that twist, we're gonna hinge the knee forward and we're gonna get a stretch in that back hip flexor. And then you can pop both hands on the floor or the lift. Good, nice. And then curl the toes back under. And all you're gonna do is lift the knee off the mat. Good, tap the mat, lift the knee off the mat, and tap the mat. Good, and just do one more. Beautiful, good. Okay, let that go. If you want to make the exercise harder, you can add resistance. So another thing, here I can demo this. You can add dumbbells. You want to keep them relaxed at your sides, 3 seconds on the way down, and straight back up. And if you want to make the resistance harder, or if you have access to a gym, you're training at the gym, you can bring in a barbell on your back. The elevation actually helps with the flexibility of this exercise. If you really want to challenge yourself, you can go straight from the ground. But generally, especially with running, we have really tight hips. So I'd recommend elevating that foot and just getting into that mobility first. So 30-second rest, and the next one we're going to do is lat pull down. Okay? Moving on to the lat pull down. We are focused on the big muscles in the back, and this is a great alternative if you don't have a chin-up bar. If chin-ups are not in your vocabulary right now, they will be one day, and this is a great way to build them up. This particular lat pull down, we're gonna go for an underhand grip. So Jen is gonna pop her hands pretty close to where that bend is and in line with her shoulders, yeah. Awesome, and then you're gonna have a seat. Good, nice, pulling down to the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades, beautiful, smash your mic, and then 3 seconds on the way up, nice, good. And pulling back down. So you wanna make sure that the traps are not popping up towards the ears, that they stay pushed down and nice and strong. And another thing you can do is lean the torso back, good, and thinking about bringing this bar right down to the chest. Beautiful, squeeze, and then 3 seconds on the way up. So you wanna make sure you have that control. You're not just releasing and flopping the weight up. Good, down strong, up to 3 seconds, down strong, and up to 3 seconds. And you can let it go after this one. Beautiful, done. Or one more, give me one more, sure. I'll take it. Okay, perfect. Rest 1 minute, and then you'll go back to the front foot elevated split squat. I'm going to show you guys a great option that you can do at home if you don't have access to a gym where you're doing the pull-ups or the lat pull-down. So we're going to do something called the Superman or Superwoman or super whoever you want to be today. Okay, we're going to go back on the mat on your stomach. And this is similar to the scap retraction that we started with, but this is the original pose that you came with, where you're gonna go arms in front, nice and strong because you're super, and then you're gonna keep the neck neutral and you're gonna lift up, squeeze the shoulder blades, and back down. Good, and up, squeeze the shoulder blades, and back down. We definitely wanna keep the neck out of the equation. That's one of the key things here. Superwens or superwomans, you can lift the feet off the ground too, but what we're focusing on is these strong lats as a nice balance to the workout. So get to keep the feet relaxed and just do 2 more isolating the back. Beautiful, and last one. Nice, good, and rest. Okay, you finished your A series, your B series. We're almost done. You have 3 exercises left. First one, we're going again with the lower body. We're getting rid of the tempo. We're starting to move things a little bit faster. We're pushing it. We're getting the final burnout. We're going into walking lunges. So you're gonna step forward and you want a 90-degree bend in the front and the back. And it's okay to have a slight forward tilt because what you're gonna do is sink into that glute and then propel yourself forward right into the next rep. So you wanna make sure that with this, you've got the momentum going forward. You're moving nice and strong. If you find the walking lunges just isn't possible, you don't have the space, it just doesn't feel good, you can absolutely go just stationary. Make this workout work for you. So whatever feels good for your body and is still challenging you and you're growing week to week, go from there. But for Jen, I know walking lunges, so. Boom, you got it. Good, and step through. Good, and step through. Good. Anyone, just do a couple more and go like slightly shorter step.
Too short? Too short.
I liked that.
Okay.
I like. Too low.
I'm down.
Nice, good, and rest. Okay, beautiful. So we're increasing the rep count here and we're increasing the tempo a little bit. So the rest time is gonna be shorter. We're gonna go for a 30-second rest time and we're moving into an ab exercise. We did a demo video earlier of a modified flag on a bench, which is going to be the advanced option. I'm gonna show you guys some options that you can do if you don't have a bench or a setup at home. and Jen will be my lovely demo person. So I'll get you to go flat on your back. I'll show you the more advanced option first, and then we'll go to a modified version. So you're gonna bring your feet all the way up. You can bend your knees however you wanna get there. Good. And then you can put your hands on the ground for support, or you can tuck them under your hips. Some people find that they feel a lot of the load in their low back, so tucking under the hips can help, but also tucking under the hips can be kind of a cheat and a little bit of a crutch and not as effective for really stimulating that core. So whichever one you want to start with. Do you want to tuck or do you want to keep them out? Keep them out? We're going to find out. So with control, you're going to lower your feet to the ground, keeping that tummy tight, pulling the belly button in, and don't quite touch the floor, and then come up. Nice, good. And then lower with control, and up, nice, and one more. Beautiful, good. Okay, rest. So if you are feeling that in your low back, you're gonna go for a shorter distance. So you're only gonna lower slightly and pull back up, lower slightly and pull back up. You want it to be isolated here. There's no reason for you to muscle through this and hurt your back. You're not gonna get any benefit from that. So start with that small range of motion and really isolate. Another option, you can bend one of the knees. You can bend one knee, yeah, just keep it relaxed, good. And then you can lower this foot with control and lift, and lower with control and lift. And then another option is you can just put this foot on the ground, good, and lower with control and lift, control and lift, beautiful. Good, done, rest, 30 seconds. Okay, one more exercise in this circuit and 3 times through. Last exercise, excited?
Yes.
Ready? Ready to be done?
Ready.
Cable face pull. This one is a great accessory. So we call it an accessory because it's like a piece of jewelry, something, a little addition to what you're going to wear, and a good support for the back. So this is supporting the scapula and the rear delts. You're gonna grab with an overhand grip, the fists are facing each other, and I'm pulling in towards the bridge of my nose, squeezing the shoulder blades. 3 seconds on the way out, back in, squeeze, squeeze. Good, okay. So there you are. Nice, good. And just don't, like, keep your neck neutral, good. And then just bring it to you, not bring your chin forward, good. Nice. I feel like your chin is going forward just a little bit. Keep it back, yeah. 4. If you find that you're feeling this through the traps and the neck, as we've talked about earlier, adjust your form or adjust the weight. You want to be feeling this through the shoulder blades and behind the shoulder. Where do you feel it so far?
Shoulder blades.
Shoulder blades. Yeah. Perfect. Good, just do one more. Good, and that's it. You're done. So this circuit is only 3 times through. You're gonna be done so fast, you're almost there. All right, that is it. You guys completed the workout. Thank you so much for following along with me. I had fun. Did you have fun, Jen? Yeah? Yeah? Okay, great. We're all feeling stronger than when we started. That would be awesome. So if you guys have any questions or comments, please feel free to reach out. I am a YouTuber now. I guess this is my first YouTube video, so happy to hear what you think. We hope that we can create more content like this and get people working out and showcase what I do. I traditionally do strength and conditioning, so this is more my area. Also with the 2-mile run, I want to hear how fast you guys are getting it. What are the times? What are you guys feeling? Maybe you've hit a milestone, you were walking before and now you're running a full 2 miles. So I look forward to hearing that. And I hope we all have a really great summer, getting outside, working out. I'm looking forward to it. All right, like, follow, subscribe, because I'm on YouTube now. So that's what we do. I will appreciate that. Appreciate the follow. Thank you guys.